So the other day I got a comment on YouTube that said the content that I share sets an unrealistic expectation of the postpartum experience for women, and it's dangerous. I normally just delete these comments and move on, but I actually want to talk about this one. First off, postpartum looks different for everybody. It is a different story for everybody, and even further, every single child you have, you're going to have a different postpartum experience. A lot of women, postpartum is anxiety and depression and recovering from birth trauma and not having the village that you thought that you were going to have and trying to figure this out and feeling very lonely. My first two daughters, first, really bad postpartum anxiety. Second, I had a little bit of the baby blues. I would even teeter to say a little bit of postpartum depression. When I got pregnant with my third and knew postpartum was coming, I decided that I wanted to have a different experience because I've seen people have a different experience. I didn't know what my birth experience was going to be like. I didn't know if I was going to have PPA again. I didn't know if I was going to have PPD. I didn't know if I was going to have a colicky baby. There were so many unknowns going into postpartum, but I mentally was doing anything that I possibly could to try to prepare to have a positive postpartum. That started from the time that I got pregnant. It's such an effort when I was pregnant to move my body, to get ready for the day, to be present with my kids, to focus in on those things so they became habits. So when postpartum came around, it was just kind of natural to pick that up again. And I don't have PPA, I don't have PPD. Those are completely different experiences. I'm sharing this as someone who doesn't have those things and who has had a positive postpartum. Because those were such positive habits when I was pregnant, going into postpartum, I was craving those again. I wanted to move my body because it made me feel so good physically and mentally. I wanted to get dressed. I wanted to take a shower because I knew I would be a better mom if my cup was filled to the brim. I feel like so much postpartum and mom content shows showering and self-care and going on a walk and working out as something that's taking away from motherhood. Oh, it's something else I have to do on top of taking care of this baby. For me, those are things that actually keep me grounded and present in motherhood, because when I shower, when I get a run in, when my cup is filled, I can pour over into my kids. I'm not saying everyone's postpartum experience is going to be like this. My first two postpartum experiences were not like this. So many different factors go into this. When do you have to go back to work? Who's your partner? Who's your support system? Who's your village? All of those things play into the postpartum experience. Sharing my postpartum and motherhood journey to show you that lots of different postpartum stories can exist. Postpartum can be beautiful, it can be enjoyable, it can be bright, it can be exciting, it can be fun. You can feel good through your postpartum experience. I don't think people should be shamed or feel bad if they're sharing that. Pregnant and you're entering the postpartum period and you're seeing a lot of the negative content, know that this side does exist. This side is here, and it might take a lot of effort in getting through a lot of hurdles to get here, but it can exist and you can have it.